The stars of the WNBA just made their position very clear to close out All-Star Weekend. The All-Stars who made up both teams, both Team Clark and Team Collier, took off their warm-ups ahead of the All-Star game to reveal t-shirts that said, "Pay us what you owe us." This comes at the tail end of an All-Star Weekend where we have seen a number of things. One, the league has become extremely popular. Two, that popularity is due to the players that are in the league. And three, the players themselves are responsible for a ton of the marketing that is making this league as popular as it is. Four, there is competition in the world of professional women's basketball in terms of leagues. And five, the CBA negotiations are not going well. On Thursday, we saw that the WNBA Players Association met with the league to discuss the CBA. And after that meeting, we saw a number of players speak about how frustrated they were with the league. A couple of things that came out of that were players like Breanna Stewart saying that it was a wasted opportunity, Angel Reese saying that the current offer from the league was disrespectful, and importantly, players revealing that the WNBA is trying to get rid of their own competition, looking for exclusivity from these players in the league, with Unrivaled and Athletes Unlimited specifically mentioned as leagues that the WNBA wants gone. And despite players voicing their frustration throughout the weekend, we saw the WNBA Commissioner Kathy try to come out and spin those talks, stating that she felt that the conversations were constructive and that she is optimistic about these negotiations moving forward. I think some of that optimism probably went away the second she had to look at some of the biggest stars in the league wearing t-shirts that said they're unhappy. You have to remember, this is WNBA All-Star Weekend, which means that the players wearing these t-shirts that said "Pay us what you owe us" included Breanna Stewart, Sabrina Ionescu, Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark, Asia Wilson, and the list actually goes on and on. This is beyond a bad photo op for the league, and the league cannot deny that it has monetarily benefited from these players. Not only did we see viewership skyrocket last year as well as ticket sales, the valuation of these teams has skyrocketed. Sportico reported that the collective worth of all 13 teams in the WNBA is up over 180%. Collectively, the teams are worth $3.5 billion. And Sportico estimates that the newest team in the league, the Golden State Valkyries, will do over $70 million in revenue this year. The league also negotiated a new 11-year media rights deal last year, which spreads across Disney, NBC, and Amazon, and is reportedly worth over $200 million annually. And actually, frustratingly enough, some analysts felt that there was a lot of money left on the table in this deal. Next year, we have Toronto and Portland joining the league, and it was recently announced that we're getting 3 additional teams by 2030, and those last 3 teams paid a record-breaking franchise fee of $250 million. The league has capitalized on the growth and popularity of these players, and that includes the players that were already in the league, as well as now 2 draft classes of very popular players with a huge draft class coming in next year as well. So these t-shirts send a very clear signal, and that signal feels like it's hurtling towards a lockout at the end of this CBA, which expires on October 24th. So if you've been watching WNBA All-Star Weekend, how have you felt about the coverage? And how have you felt about the non-WNBA coverage of this, including Unrivaled and Stud Buds? And of course, how do you feel about these t-shirts? Do you think the league is going to budge, or are we heading to a lockout?